Alright, hello and welcome back to Let's Play yet another no-name MAME game. Today's no-name MAME game is, of course, Bishi Bashi Championship. And I'm going to tell you right now, even though the graphics look a little bit corrupted, no, it's more or less playable. So this game was actually not randomly chosen, it was selected by recommended by a fan. But again, I mean, it kind of fits into the whole, it's a game I've never heard of, and it's a random mini-game collection, so it definitely kind of fits into the whole theme of the greater series. So, with that, I guess I will tentatively open the whole thing. Hey, if you see a game and it's like you think, hey, it's right up my alley, then sure, I'll tentatively say go ahead and recommend it. And on that note, again, this is a minigame championship game, so okay, now it takes a little bit of mental focus to be able to talk and play the game at the same time, and unfortunately for this minigame collection, it just takes too much, so I probably won't be able to talk a whole lot while I'm actually doing the games. Now, an interesting little aspect, a little bit of an interesting aspect of this game is that the three color buttons, green's in the middle, there are the three buttons and then they're color coded, so a lot of the games inherently follow a sort of color coding. Now this minigame, I don't think the objective is to actually get through as many as you can. In fact, that would actually be detrimental to your success. I think you can only miss... Oh, okay, I think you're penalized for how many you miss, so... Not too bad. Okay, time for the block eating one. This one, I like, can't talk, I just have to focus. So remember, red, green, blue. Red... close enough. And actually, an interesting little note for that game, it doesn't really care if you press the wrong buttons so many times, so what you can do is you can just set up auto-fire in all three buttons and just cheat your way to victory. If you have auto-fire installed on your arcade cabinet, of course. This game, you just need to figure out which one is different, which, not so hard. Of course, you do want to set it up so that the colors on the buttons you have to press naturally match what the colors are. So, like, the person on the right represents the right button, the person on the left represents the left button, that sort of thing. And even though I almost set a world record, the game still penalizes me. And now we're on to the new minigames I have not played yet. Oh, this one. Oh, this one's great. So basically, you just have to button mash. Of course, with our amigo Senior Autofire. Hey, I'm not cheating. I'm preserving the life of my controller. And I'm not really sure if 41's some sort of hard-coded limit or just how the autofire works. So maybe my autofire isn't even fast enough. That would be scary to consider. And yeah, you know the graphical glitches hinted at in the intro screen. They were gonna come back sooner or later. So in this one, you have to guess what orientation the picture is going to look like at the ends. Okay. Dang it. It's a little hard to just kind of spatially... Wow. It's actually a little reminiscent of like the minigames from Pokemon Stadium even. Or various other minigame compilations. I mean, it's really, I don't know. The three-button design, they really tailored all of the video games, or the controls to that. And for that, is it back normal? No, it's not. That's crazy. But I really do like that they standardized all of the, control inputs to like the three colored buttons. That was a stroke of genius. Because I mean the thing about minigames is they were a little rough to do when you have to constantly adapt to new control schemes. But when you kind of have the same control scheme over and over again, then it really works. Like if you ever played WarioWare Inc., that really works because you're basically What? So I have to Oh, I see. I control where the person is, not where the flow goes. I'm not so used to this. Why would... Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. And then they just continually add more to it, so you can kind of... There's a little bit of continuity with that one. Yeah, nice. But yeah, minigames, you really need like a standardized interface sort of thing. So, I mean, they work kind of, well, I guess the thing is you can't have minigames from like randomly shift from console to console. But I mean, even like Pokemon Stadium games, it's a little annoying to have to switch over from like the analog stick to the D-pad to the buttons to the D-stick to the C buttons to all that. Oh. So, it's not even like which button you press shifts to what lane you're in. It's just straight up, red moves you left and blue moves you right. Well, green for go. And I really do appreciate that this game only has preset lanes. Oh, it got me. Like, these sorts of games are really tricky. Well, they're a whole lot trickier when you have to judge, like, how far you have to go. Like, if you don't have preset lanes, then it's a lot harder to only go so much to the left or so much to the right. UFO. What in... I was gonna say, it's nice that it gives us these little screens at the beginning that we can kind of, like, orient ourselves and figure out what's happening. But unfortunately, it would turn out that these were the screens that the game would corrupt. Oh my... Oh, okay, so the guy is shifting behind, and then we just have to guess which one he's in. Oh, did he juke us out? I don't think this game was meant to be quite this hard, but you could almost see him. It'd be like if you were looking through a screen and then you could sort of see a guy moving around. You get to guess where he is. What? So I get that we accelerate the intergalactic spaceship with green, but what does that accomplish precisely? Are we only supposed to do it when it's below? Maybe if we press buttons? I'm more than a little stymied. Oh, so we just have to time it so that it's in the middle. Sure, makes complete sense. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Crazy. I guess it also doesn't help that there's kind of a language barrier and we have no idea what's happening with these minigames. It's kind of like, could you play WarioWare Inc. if the hints you were given were in a different language? So we have to know which... what? That seems more than a little arbitrary. What? Oh, okay, so it does tell you what you're putting in the center. Which... oh my god. Oh, that. Jeez. But yeah, imagine playing WarioWare Inc., where you could only see half the screen. It was in a foreign language, and you sort of forgot the controls every so often. That's basically what this is like right now. But at the same time, I mean, I could definitely see how this would be an appealing series of video games, and why, of course, would be recommended. Although I don't quite like that it seems to, like, constantly have this set order. Like, even in the sound test, you could... oh, I've seen this one before. I was like watching some guy play this game, and I was like, how do you play this game? What does that mean? And then I realized you just have to match what the word in the center is to what the thing on the bottom is. I don't think that guy realized what it was, but I don't know why I didn't expect this, but of course the words are in Japanese, and they're corrupted. Actually, that might make it a little easier, just because, oh god, because now I just need to recognize the shapes of the patterns. I feel like right now we've unlocked some sort of ultra hard difficulty, or like impossible difficulty. It's pretty great though. I will admit, not every game is enhanced, or like, you can't say that any game, there's not a lot of games you can say that are actually sometimes enhanced by the corrupted graphics. But I feel like this game is definitely enhanced sometimes. Oh, it's just Simon Says, or Clefairy thing. Easy peasy. I can even handle this while talking, except I won't. Click, 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 click. Nice. Let's go for the world record. I think I got one wrong. Yeah. Well, I gave it a go. Oh, this is just all gone into madness now. Oh, that was actually pretty good for just kind of giving up. But wow. And plus two, I mean, this game is like definitely meant to be played against other people. Although, I'm not so sure, like the 3 players. I mean, all of these minigames are kind of the minigames where it's like you can play them single player and you can play them over and over and over again to try and get the highest score. Whereas, like, some minigame compilations, some of the minigames are inherently versus the other games, most notably the Pokemon Stadium games. Come on, I've heard of other minigame compilations, haven't I? I guess, yeah, the WarioWare Inc. ones are more or less single player, but then Pokemon Stadium are all verse. Although there is that Clefairy one, the Chansey one, no. Yeah, the Chansey one where you just have to dodge the eggs. Huh. So in this one, I'm sure you just have to match up the faces with the faces. And hey, I got a point. Oh, what? I got away with that? Sure. Okay, so we're shooting the bad guys, not choosing which one's different. What happens if you... Ooh. Oh, can you shoot 2 at a time? Well, we're gonna find out. Oh, nice, you can! This is great! Well, I mean, aside from the ridiculous violence, it's great. Oh gosh, I wonder what would happen if you just turned on auto-fire. I'm sure you can tell there are some sorts of games that I'm pretty good at, and other sorts of games that I'm less good at. Oh, come on, I was gonna get another cool 3 points. Oh, is this just a dodging one? I love those ones. Dodging ones are the easiest. Or am I just supposed to do it over and over again? Have you ever done this in real life? That sort of like scissor drill or whatever? It's insane. The trick is to just get into... just kind of do like a waterfall pattern with your fingers. It's kind of something I practice automatically whenever I pick up an arcade stick, actually. Right, yes, you have to fill in the missing body part. Sure. We'll go with this. Seems easy enough. What? What's missing? Oh, this is... Okay, so we just need to figure out what is missing, not necessarily what matches. Oh, well... Well, I thought it was like you had to match like which eye to which eye. Not quite the same, but... This is a ball. Well, let's do it. Oh, do we make all of the green ones explode at the same time? Oh, okay. So one button press, and then if it's on screen, you're golden. Of course... Oh, and you can't press two at a time, I guess. It's more than a little disorienting. These games really know how to kind of make you work, especially if you can't see the colors. But they know how to make you, like, mess with your mind, so you can't quite excel at all of these games. Oh, it's so... Wow. Each one of these games is definitely expertly crafted into, like, challenge, like, sorts of skills in video games. I think it would be a lot easier with, like, the giant colored buttons in front of you, so if you ever get confused, you just look down and you're like, oh, that's what color it is. Is that it? Those just 17 minigames? That's it? And if we start again, then it'll just be... What did it start with? The trash can game? Oh, we'll start with the block eater game. Alright. Let's see if I've improved. Well, not so bad. But otherwise, yeah, and then the next one's the garbage one. Huh, so I guess it just kind of repeat... Oh, well, I guess it does. Alright, let's see if I can beat auto-fire. No, it seems like there's a certain speed that you can do it at. Or maybe not, I don't know. But it doesn't seem like each button press they do something, so... Auto-fire kind of does work or doesn't work, or like it can only work so fast. But otherwise, I mean, we've seen all these arcade games before, and it was fun the first time, but the kind of thing about arcade minigame compilations is that, well, what happens if you turn on auto-fire? Does it always get it right? Nope. It just does what it wants, as we've learned from quiz games. But, yeah, I mean, the thing about minigame compilations is they kind of live or die by how unique they can continuously be. And once you've played through it, then... I mean, yeah, you can try and compete with your favorites to get, like, the highest score, but if you ever played, like, Wherein, and then you finally beat all the games, and you unlocked all the games, and you, like, start trying to play through all the games, getting all the red ribbons to, like, ace all the games fully, you just kind of lose interest after a while. I mean, each of the games, they kind of work when taken together as a giant composite whole, but when you put them together, when you separate them and you just do each one, it's a little tedious. I mean, some of them are your favorite, but others you kind of don't want to do. I will give this one credit in that, like, each of these games is a lot more amenable to playing over and over again. Unlike WarioWare, where it's like, you only get 3 seconds and then it kind of remixes. These games are more like coherent mini-games. But at the same time, I mean, some of them, it's like almost the exact same gimmick each time, and that gets more and more boring. Still, I'm glad to have played Bishi Bashi Championship, and actually this game was released for the PlayStation, like a lot of games from the late 90s, I'm betting. So, if you're really interested in that, that seems like the preferred way to go. that's the version it seems like everyone else is using. And go ahead and minigame your way to fame and fortune. Well, on that note... Nope, no intro at all? Well, on that note, the credits let you go as high as you can. Man, it's been a long time since I put 99 credits into an arcade machine. So we're at 98. We're at 100. We're at 106! I think this is gonna go all the way! Is this gonna go to 999? You know, let's put all my rapid firing skills that I couldn't quite show that one time into use. Dang! Now, this is an unexpected, very pleasant surprise. The only other game that I've played that lets you put in 999 coins was that weird Viper one. And even that one, you couldn't even put in the full 999 coins. All you could do was just... I think it looped at like 250 or something, like it was on Hex. And it seemed initially like you could put in all 999 coins, but... no, it just wouldn't do it. Nothing doing. So, wow, okay. Forget everything I said about the minigames. This game just suddenly turned into the best MAME game I've ever seen. And we're halfway there. You can fast forward through this if you want to. I wish I could, but I'm living it, unfortunately. Dang, even switching between hands is still not going quite well. And if I stop even for a second, then it goes into the intro, so we can see what that's like again. Okay. Well, let's do it the hard way. Because I was gonna say, hey, look away, and then I'll suddenly cut to, putting in 999 coins, but... there's one thing I'm gonna be known for, it's definitely gonna be persistence. So I might as well persist now and do it for real. What does a victory really mean if you've cheated through cheating? As I, the person who used auto-fire in the button-mashing game, say. And we're at 800. I can almost feel the 900. Are we at 50 yet? Oh my gosh, this is the fourth finger that I have to auto-fire with. 999 is a lot of button presses. And it doesn't help, too, that this is like the start button, so... they're a little harder to press. And a bit more resistance, not quite button pressing, ideally. And we're on the home stretch. I can feel it, 970, 980, 990. It loops to 0! Oh my god. I mean, at least it's a double 0. I think it was in only single digits before. I've always wondered what would happen if you put 999 coins into an arcade machine. Not in real life. That's probably more money than some GDPs. But... and then I just always horrified that, like, what if it looped? Because, I mean, being stuck on 999, that's bad enough. But what if it looped back to 0? And I think this one did, but at the same time, I think it gives you credit for the 100 coins you put in. Or the 1,000 coins you put in. Oh, well, I guess it's just a quarter of 1,000, which is only 250 bucks. Which, I mean, to a kid might as well be $1 million bucks, but to an adult, it might as well be $1 million bucks too. Yeah, that's how you're supposed to play Bishi Bashi. You're supposed to smash the buttons. Well, on that note, this cat's got a scat.